Joining us in the studio this morning is Beth Carter-Dolan and Lisa Dufo and from Valley Promotions and Joseph Spaghetti Shed. And today we're going to talk about something that I think is very exciting, and I think it's such an incredible, incredible opportunity. And I remember you and I spoke with it several years ago is when I first heard about it, and that's the scholarship fair you have coming up.
Our third annual scholarship fair. And we agree. We think it's really, really important to do this early so that our kids at the high schools, both Kennett and Fryeburg, are aware of the scholarships that are available to them, and they get a chance to learn about them prior to filling out the applications.
And the amazing thing is that there's quite a lot of them that are out there.
Oh,
and
yes.
So a lot of opportunities for these students to be able to apply for them, and it's really not something you want to wait till a week before and I'll fill out these applications. There's many of them, and so the more information they can get and also find out, because also some of them, as you said, require letters of recommendation. Right. Some of them probably also require some other stuff, and I've seen so many of them over the years that maybe they can be working on between now and when they're due.
Well, I think a lot of times kids, they're so busy right now doing their applications that they're not necessarily thinking about the scholarships, and they start thinking about the scholarships in the spring. Well, when they get the scholarship packet, they realize it doesn't take 5 minutes to fill out a scholarship application. It takes as much time to fill out a scholarship application as it does to fill out a college application.
Or more, because with college applications, sometimes you can do the Common App, boom, you've got 10 applications. These don't have Common Apps.
Exactly.
Most of them don't, yeah.
And just speaking, you and I were talking, kids going through this. It was a real learning experience, and I think, looking at my daughter's experience, I think she might have missed out on a couple of things, and there's so much out there available to the kids, and with the price of college, every little bit helps. Every $100 helps. And so it's really important to know what is out there, and we have such a giving community that it's a shame for the kids to not be able to take advantage of what's being offered to them.
So when is the scholarship fair this year?
It is on Tuesday, November 22nd from 5:30 to 7 at Granite State College right in Conway. And we do it that week for two reasons. One, the college doesn't have classes so they can get us in there, but also the students who are away at college, many of them are home because it is Thanksgiving.
Right.
All of the scholarships are not just for seniors looking at college.
And I think that's kind of a common misconception. They think, okay, I filled out these applications my senior year, or I didn't get to them my senior year, I'm all done. No, you can. I mean, there are a couple that are for a graduating senior, for a freshman. But many of them are good for every year, any year, and take that opportunity. Some of them you need to reapply to every year.
Every year, yeah.
I mean, like the one that comes to mind is Kennett Alumni Association. They've got them for any alumni that graduated from Kennett. Doesn't matter if you're in college, if you're going back to school, they have stuff available. I mean, they've got a lot available. So don't just go in as a senior thinking you can get it. And we do recommend that underclassmen show up as well to sort of get an idea.
Absolutely. Again, it's that pre-planning.
Exactly.
And one of the other things too, we're obviously at the scholarship fair you're going to have. Is predominantly local scholarships.
Right.
But there are so many scholarships that are out there. But a lot of times, some of those even have earlier dates, January 30th or whatever it might be. And if we can get the students to be in the scholarship mode and start thinking about it, then they can, and if you do it in November and then suddenly say, well, I'm going to go online, I'm going to look it up. And as you know, there are scholarships for, if you're of Norwegian descent or, you cross-country skied across the Amazon or whatever. There are scholarships. And, we joke about these obscure ones, but there's some great opportunities for them and get them in the thought process.
I just got the information on one of our local scholarships. They actually offer an early application. You don't have to apply early, but the great thing about the early application is they can process your application sooner. This scholarship gives scholarships up to like $10,000, $15,000.
Wow.
And you find out early enough so that you can then say, oh my goodness, I got this amazing scholarship before you've picked your school. So then you might have a school that you really want to attend, but it's just that little bit out of your price range. If you find out that you got that scholarship, you can say, oh my goodness, now I can go to that school that I didn't think So it is important that there are some scholarships out there that have these early admission types of things where you find out ahead of time how much you're going to get, and it might enable you to actually pick a school that you really want, but could slightly be out of your price range.
That's such a great point, because there's too many times you hear a student and they say I couldn't go, and it's not even that it's a big chunk of money.
Right,
It's a
right.
small chunk, and if you know that ahead of time with a scholarship.
Right, right. But $5,000, if you get a $5,000 scholarship, you know, over the course of 4 years, that's $20,000.
That's a lot of money.
That $20,000 might have been what made you not go to
Absolutely.
the school that you really want to go to, that has the program that you really want. So it's, you know, I think I'm so happy that this is growing. I think it's going to get bigger and better every year. And
Well, and the nice thing is this year, at the moment, Kennett and Fryeburg both plan to have people there from their guidance departments also.
Terrific.
So that'll be really great.
And how many representatives from the various scholarships do you think will be there?
Well, that's a tough one. We have over 20 signed up now, but not all of them are able to send representation, which is kind of sad. But I mean, because the goal is to be able to actually talk face to face with these
right.
people. But at this point, we also want the information in people's hands. So we're kind of tweaking that part. But we really encourage anybody who's got scholarships to still get in touch with us. So there's plenty of room. We've got the whole second floor of Granite State College if we want it.
That's amazing.
So yeah, we would love to have 30, 40 representatives from anything, organizations, businesses, anyone who does scholarships.
Yeah, and like we said, there are a great variety of them, and I always love hearing them. You know, at the end of the year or when at different times, like, wow, I didn't know that scholarship was
Right.
available, or wow, that's a unique scholarship.
Right,
And some of
right.
them are. They are kind of unique. Some are as specific as they could possibly be.
Right, right.
And others are very broad. So there is, but you need to find out about them before you can apply for them.
That's
You
it
need to
right
know
there.
what they are.
And the other thing too is sometimes people apply for every single scholarship.
Right.
They don't qualify for every single scholarship. You know, if you're going to school for medicine, you don't apply for the music scholarship.
Right.
Because,
Right.
but they're just so overwhelmed that they apply for everything. So they're doing all this extra work that they don't need to do. And it is a chance to learn about the specific scholarships and, oh yeah, you know, that looks really good, but that doesn't really apply to me.
Right.
You know?
Or putting the emphasis on, like you say, maybe there are a few scholarships that, okay, I'm going to spend a little extra time with
Exactly.
the essay. I'm going to focus a little bit more because this is one that will really help me as opposed
Right.
to another one.
Right.
So a lot of great opportunities. So you said this is the third year you're doing it.
Third year.
And I think it's an amazing thing that you guys have pulled together.
You know, it's a community service, and that's a lot of what we're about is community service. So, yeah, we're really pleased with the response we've had from the public as well as the people who offer the scholarships. So it's been good.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Well, I'm
Just keep
hoping
growing.
that we're a couple weeks away, so I'm
Right.
hoping that when we get up to that night, all of a sudden, there are that many more people
Right.
there
Right.
at the fair. And like I said, there's just so many great opportunities for the kids
Right.
to get there. Now, if someone were not able to attend the scholarship fair, is there any way for them to get some of this information or would they just go directly to their school guidance offices?
That would probably be the best because we really don't have a system for holding on to all of that
Okay.
information and getting it to them. And especially one that would separate it the way that we're hoping this does so that they would get the right information.
Right.
So, I mean, if we had it all, we can say, yeah, we can send you everything, but you're no further ahead because now you don't know the separation.
Right.
Right. So,
And the guidance departments do have the information.
Right.
It's just that it at this time of year, it's not always the push to go and get the scholarship information. It's getting everything done for your applications. But if you have the scholarship information in front of you, there's a lot of things that actually, if you got a letter of recommendation from a teacher for your college application, it can also work for your scholarship
Right.
application. So it's kind of like double dip when you can. You
Right.
know, kill two birds with one stone when you
Absolutely.
can. And if you have all that scholarship information, it's a lot easier to do that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And as you say, with the price of college that keeps going up, every little bit helps. And there are some people might, that's a small scholarship. Hey, if it
a
pays
book.
for a few books or anything like that, absolutely. All those
Yeah.
opportunities are right there. So, well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming down. If somebody wants to get some more information or get in touch with you and say, hey, I've got a scholarship, I want to be there, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
please do, because we really do want more scholarship people there. The best way is probably just to email me, and that's valleypromotions@gmail.com. You can also get the form, the registration form. There's no fee, but there is a form, and that's right on the website at valleypromotions.net. Those are probably the easiest ways because you never can catch up with me on the phone.
Well, that sounds great, and I'm sure if anybody runs into you guys
Right.
around town, you'll be glad to give them that information.
Absolutely.
And I know there's posters that'll be going up around town, just like the poster we have
Right.
there, and get the word out. You know, if you've got a student or you know a student, let them know about this. What a great opportunity for them.
And
So,
it's Kennett and Fryeburg area, so that's another really important thing to stress to people. Is
Absolutely.
both high schools in the area.
absolutely. Well, Lisa, Beth, thanks so much. Lisa,
Rob.
Beth, thanks so much for coming by today, and I'm sure we'll talk to you soon.
I'm sure you will.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.